warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Dini Permatasari dari Prodi S1 Kebidanan.
Perkenalkan, nama saya Dini Nur Fadilah.
Perkenalkan, nama saya Eka Sulikar. Perkenalkan, nama saya Elvia Siswanti.
Ryan, if I could have you lie right down on your back, I always like to put a roll underneath the legs. Little effort substitution helps everything else relax here. It's important that you as the therapist take care of your body position so that you're not in an uncomfortable position, okay? Because you don't want to stress yourself in your arms. This is important also, having good hand strength to be able to do manual techniques on a patient is important. So lifting weights, bicep curls, pull-ups, things like that really build a lot of wrist strength and grip strength can be very helpful along with postural exercises, all right? So the way I like to do it is I like to get the patient in a good comfortable position. I always like to flex them a little bit, and if they have a one-sided radiculopathy, I might pull them to the opposite side and see how they do. So a couple things. I occasionally like to start with just a little suboccipital release where I take my fingers like this and I put it in the suboccipital space. Okay, those muscles have a lot of Golgi tendon organs which, when stimulated, give you a little inhibitory effect, so they help to relax the muscles around the posterior cervical spine. So I may just put a little bit of pressure there and sit him, try to keep him pretty neutral, and I might just spend some time there with some pressure. Okay, not necessarily giving him traction, but just kind of letting those muscles become inhibited a little bit, get him to relax some. Sometimes dimming the lights can help, and just really trying to get him to relax. Once we've done that and he's relaxed some, I want to get a better grip on him because I won't be able to hold him very long in that position. So if I'm considering doing mechanical traction with him, I always do manual first to make sure they tolerate that okay. So the way I like to do manual is I like to take my right hand and have him sit the suboccipital ridge right into this web space right here. I take my other hand and bring it along there to give it some extra support. Okay, so with somebody like Ryan here, he's got a great neck, easy to get a hold of his suboccipital space. So I get a nice little grip, I flex him a little bit. The good thing about this, it doesn't affect people with TMJ, so they're usually pretty relaxed. I try to get myself in a nice position where I can hold him comfortably and it's not too stressful for me either. Okay, I want to use my biceps a little bit, I'm using my posterior shoulders, scapular retraction a little, keeping myself in a good position, and just giving a nice slow pull. Now I can't measure this, okay? It's not like a dynamometer where I can check how many pounds I'm pulling. but you get a feel after you've done enough of these to know how much to pull. And so I like to pull, between 15 and 20 pounds. How you doing so far? All right. I think he's already sleeping. What we do here is we just give a nice, long, steady traction. So I ask them how they feel. Okay. Do you have any less? He'll say, "Oh, I've got less tingling in my arm, or my arm feels less heavy." Sometimes they'll kind of like start playing with their fingers, rubbing their thumb and their index finger, and they'll stay, it feels a little different, almost like the feeling is coming back. And that's very common. Oftentimes they'll get stronger when you traction them also. So I like to hold this nice steady traction here, and it may be about 8 to 10 minutes. I've got a pretty big hand, so it's easy for me to do, but let's say that you have a small hand and a big head. You can hold like this also, just let the patient know you're going to put a little pressure there. And sometimes giving a little squeeze, you can get that nice traction that you want. And you can also take a belt around the back